Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode I wanted to have a look at a list that we've done a little while ago, and it's one that I had a lot of fun with, and it was the Xuna Control list we've got over here. So the point of this list is to try and build towards the end game. So to that end, our early game consists almost entirely of Deadeye. We have got Stitchy McPatchy here as well as a 1-drop, but we've got Deadeye, Axel Pyro and Sevria just trying to keep us nice and safe in the early game. Torian doing the same sort of job as well, so got a nice few early units there. And in the late game, we've got Aegis Defense Dome, Aria, so Aria's just a really useful all-round character, probably one of my favourite things to put in a list. Turncoat to steal their units, Oakley to throw them back up again, and Florio to win from a distance. So this is quite a slow starting list. We're going to struggle versus really aggressive things, but if we can keep the game going long enough, we might just be fine. So I'm going to jump into a game and see how this goes. If you're enjoying this, please do like, comment, subscribe, join us over on Patreon. Anything you do to support the channel is really appreciated. But for now, we're going to jump into the game and see what we can find. Now, I still, again, want to reiterate, this is no cuts here. This is just, we are starting a game immediately against Space Squid, a level 9 opponent. But there are still people who are concerned about the player base, and honestly, apart from a couple of occasions recently, I've not had that many issues. There have been some. I'm not, I'm not here trying to pretend that everything's been sunshine and rainbows, but with a new patch coming up hopefully later in the month, which we'll be talking about soon, and with a good influx of players in general, I think we've got a pretty good chance of having a game pop most of the time that you might want it to. So the question here is, how quickly can we get to that centre objective? So our opponent's going first, so they're going to be able to get there quicker. I don't think it matters which way they go because we want to go the top route regardless, but they're probably going to play... Okay, this looks like maybe Maximus or Deadeye, I'd assume. Maximus, yeah. So we can't deal with Maximus right now, so we're just going to have to just move in place, defend ourselves, do all our little usual shenanigans. To be honest... Ooh, that was a weird little... Okay, what's going on here?
Woman's best friends.
It's definitely not matching where my mouse is here. Very weird. Okay, so we're going to pop it here, just to try and block both of us a bit. It's more important that we block Xuna because we're going to heal Mahan anyway. And then it is still going to be Deadeye, but Deadeye we're going to potentially be able to keep safe over here. If not, we'll just heal next turn anyway. We don't need Stitchy right now, so we're going to save the leadership, and hopefully next turn either go for Aria or Torian, just somewhere that we can keep things a bit safe. Okay, so they do have the good shots here, but like we said, we can just heal this back up. This is irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. Cinder doesn't cost us anything. It all depends now is where Maximus moves to and what they play it. If this is like a Beatrice, then we probably just want to stick Toltecan up here and try and defend it. It is a Beatrice, so that's fine. Like, honestly, putting a Toltecan far forward with like a Torian nearby basically negates almost all of this. It doesn't really leave them achieving anything. We can put a little bit of damage through. Like, this will just pop the shield basically. We don't have a good line of sight anywhere really. So let's just bring Deadeye far back as we can do. Take the shot. Toltecan will come... I think if we go slightly to the side, Beatrice won't be able to get where she wants to. Although actually no, we're going to go far forward because if we just move Xuna up and can get a good enough deployment, we should be able to pop Torian down, say, over here. Yeah, so they're going to be able to hit both of those regardless, unless we go about here, in fact. So let's just go here. Honestly, we're going to Dardo here because we might as well. Mahan on both of these. And again, we don't care if they hit our captain right now. That's not what we're worried about. We just want to secure the midfield, and then probably next turn. So next turn we should have, because this was our 2 leadership turns, so next turn we should have 3. It probably is just Axel Pyro here. We knew that was going to hit, but we can heal that up next turn. Bringing in their Extilior means that we can then start looking at putting damage down onto them first. That might be our initial plan for now, is just pushing damage onto the captain. Okay, they got Stitchy, so that makes it even less interesting in taking down Beatrice. We can just push for captain damage instead. Finding anywhere we can basically get damage to stick would be great. I think... Okay, they've got their Axel now as well. So their Axel's going to be a problem, but honestly, I don't think it's that bad. We do need to try and find ways of stopping everything else hitting us here, so I think we actually just want to sort of hold the back line. So we're gaining 3 here. We're gaining 4 next turn. We're not going to be able to get to Florio efficiently. But we could easily get to Axel. So for instance here, what can we... I don't know if we really need to do anything. We just Dardo here. We probably come and try and get a line of sight onto something. I don't know. Yeah, let's go here. We'll Ozos ourselves and just hit Stitchy. We're going to line up so Beatrice can't hit both. We'll move ourselves back here and place Mahan down over both of these. So it's possible they could deal with it. But if we just pop Axel back here, something like... In fact, just here should be fine. We're not going to take too much damage. We're out of line of sight for most things. And in case we have any issues, we can just pop Stitchy back here. I don't think we want to attack anything. I mean, maybe we should have actually sent Toltecan in to attack, but again, just I think the big plan here is trying to work our way towards like Turncoat and Florio with the big finishers here. That's fine, especially if Stitchy runs away. Because if we can get Axel Pyro to do some damage into this, then we're going to be in a good position here. They don't have the option to spin and Axel Pyro without hitting their own captain. So for us, Axel Pyro is the biggest threat. The reason we want to play Stitchy is to heal up from here. So they might be able to kill Torian if they could get the spin and the Axel in place. Okay, yeah, they're hitting their own unit there. If they move and then put Axel in place, that's very good news for us. Because Axel is fairly squishy, and we might be able to just get enough damage in there to deal with it. Like, any single unit we can deal with, especially if Axel can... It depends on what angle they go, because if they go all the way back here, they'll be fine. They're going to place... Okay, they've got a Tipu. Nice. Ooh, okay, they're leaving us alone here. So we can try and just go for Tipu. I don't even hate that, so... Because if they don't hit, they don't do anything to us. So can we get enough damage onto Tipu is the question. So we're still minus to be hit here. So let's just go for this and see if we get lucky. We didn't get lucky there. Tipu did grow. So pop here, this blocks things, and go for 70. So
we're burning time here.
If we can get Axel in, we'll get the burn onto this. We'll bring over here to try and hit Tipu again. Make them move with Beatrice if they want to. Oh no, have we left ourselves out of range? Oops. So we have to syringe here. We can't actually syringe Toltecan. We'll pop Turncoat down. And we'll give ourselves... I think if we take that shot, and Majan over there, this is fine. I'm not happy with it, but it's fine. Like, Tipu could die. There's a very low chance of hitting us here. So this is about as good as we could hope for in terms of front line, but we did kind of block ourselves in a little bit. So if they don't move well, so for instance they could miss, they hit that. That was such a lucky hit. So now Axel Pyro's got the guaranteed kill, but without... Ooh, Tipu could get burned. They're going to be able to kill Toltecan, but Tipu dies if they don't shield him. That's okay. Like, losing Torian's a big deal here. Okay, so they've got the shield. But again, what are they going to do? They're going to just move out and then move in again? We've got Deadeye, so Deadeye could potentially try and get an angle onto this. And, oh, of course, Tipu heals. Tipu heals. Tipu heals? Stitchy heals onto Tipu. So then there's spin here. Oh, they didn't even need to spin, of course. Okay, so now I feel like we're in a bit of a tough spot, but we can... I think we can work our way out of this. We have got turncoat. So if they deploy aggressively, like that there, we can move away from that and we can just steal turncoat. Steal up the turncoat.
Mind is complex.
Because nothing is really actually that stuck.
I can do that, and I am.
So if we fire flamer like here, we don't actually hit anything. And we could just fire flamer this way. This seems more sensible. Just get out of base contact. Because now this isn't touching anything, we will mobilize it.
Want some talus fruit?
And where do we start putting damage down? I mean, we don't really need the defensive shield right now, so we might as well Ozos ourselves and just take another pot shot over at Tipu here. We don't need any heals right now. What can actually affect the board state? Arya could be good. So I'm going to pop Arya down over here. Because then we're going to save some leadership for a future turn. We don't need to really Dardo anything. But we'll put it onto Deadeye just in case.
Behind the curtain.
Sure. So if they don't kill a unit here, that's good for us. We kind of want to be able to get into range of Toltecan to heal it back up. Oh, I thought we weren't in base contact. I was convinced we'd moved out of that. That's very bad for us. Because they've got nearly enough range to get through there. I mean, if they kill it, it doesn't really matter because we just get our own jailbreak out of it. And if we steal, we're not going to be able to steal jailbreak is the problem, so we're probably going to just immobilize it and then kill it next turn. But they could try and go for other options.
Watch me work.
Okay, I mean, that's not the right call. We need to just defend this middle point, basically. We're equal on resources, but ours are a little bit more healthy than theirs. Like, we could heal Axel completely. Even if we don't steal this, if they stay where they are...
Here we go. Again.
Yeah, like, this is fine if they do this. Because now they've just set themselves up to be hit by another Axel Pyro. And we can't really take jailbreak anyway. So maybe we just chip damage through elsewhere. Yeah. This is fine. Okay, I don't feel too bad about this. We technically don't get that, so that's not an issue, but... Like, does this not move us away? Are we just trapped slightly against the wall or something? Is that it? Well, let's try and see what happens. Yeah, so that didn't really help. So, can we get Arya line of sight onto that? We can't. We can get some over here. Can we get it onto Stitchy? No line of sight to Stitchy. Oh, there is line onto Stitchy here.
You're the boss one.
So we're just going to take shots at Stitchy for this. And the same with Deadeye, who's got 73, so we can actually release Ozos onto ourselves here. And send that this direction. Majan's going to come over here, probably. Or we just... Actually, we think we just heal. Oh, we don't need to heal. We need to do this again. Like, we do need to find a way onto this point. I'm going to move up as close as possible to try and res Toltecan next turn. So, this, I know we're locking ourselves up here, but this is intentional because I want to try... Oh, we're still slightly too far away. But next turn we'll be able to take this out, and we will be able to get to Toltecan. Hopefully. I mean, they could always just find a way to kill this intentionally and move back again. But we have got Arya at least making some progress on the battlefield. We've taken out Stitchy. They've got their own Arya coming now. But with them having Arya, that's fine because we kind of want to lose something because then we just get access to Florio. So we're just going to keep burning this midfield. They got the hit, yeah. So Maximus could potentially end this here, but we're fairly well blocked out. Yeah, so if they leave us here, we're okay. Like, we do need to heal Axel next turn, but again, if they take out Axel, we just get access to Florio. So we're going to be able to burn this midfield very likely. This is going to heal up as well. We can just put Dardo on it. I think we're okay. We just need to Ooh, if their Axel can get onto our Axel, they burn their own units, but it would take our Axel out. But then we just get Florio. Okay, so here we're obviously now just burning things.
Who's cute now, huh?
And that is now fine. We'll Dardo this, I think. We'll just move slightly further back. Move Xuna further up. But first, actually, let's just poke their captain. Got that. Anything we can get from here is a reasonable percentage. I'm just going to pop over here. I'm going to deploy Majan just on myself here. Which then puts us at 100% onto this. Turncoat can just come in here and hold Beatrice up now, I think.
Let me whisper in your ear. Stay right there.
Axel is going to heal, but we want to just protect him a little bit. Again, we need to get onto this point, but we are moving up onto their captain. So I'm going to move down here to try and get better angles for the next turn. And we're going to get Toltecan back now. So they're winning on points, but we're winning on damage. And we're very much controlling this out. They've got double burn as well, so they're going to be dying very, very rapidly here. And they can't move past Beatrice. They're going to have to basically move past Toltecan. But I don't think they're in melee range. So this is going to be very difficult for them to come back, because essentially they're now retreating from this. Their Tipu has been stuck behind this wall and hasn't done anything. Their Axel's been stuck behind their wall and hasn't done anything. Ooh. Interesting. Hang on, I can see that my video stopped recording me. Interesting. Okay, bear with me just a second. This is an unusual situation here. Am I back? Okay, well, I may not be here anymore. Okay, it appears that for some reason my camera has stopped being recognised at all. What is going on here? I don't know if you can hear that, but I've got the sound that it makes when a device is connecting or not. Okay, well, sure. I'm going to leave it on. If you're hearing that, I think you are hearing the, yeah, you're hearing the diddle over and over again. So for that, I truly apologise. I really wish that wasn't the case, that you were stuck listening to that constantly. We're just going to send everything into the enemy captain and hopefully make this sound go away for you very shortly. And we can't quite finish him with our own Beatrice, but maybe if Beatrice moves out the way, Toltecan can get there. Not quite. But I don't see what the issue is, they're all burnt anyway. So, apologise for this weird little technological turn. We've won the game though. So, and now has it stopped? What a weird series of events that was. Okay, sure. Well, here you have none of me whatsoever. Just no inkling of a human being here whatsoever. Just a random icon. Let's just turn that off for now. Okay, well, I'm not here to tell you what's going on, but I had a really good fun in that game. Axel Pyro definitely deserves a level up, did some really good work there. It was really, really interesting. There was just a big bottleneck with them having too many melee units to get through. So with Beatrice and Extilior blocking the front lines, Tipu couldn't get anywhere. Jailbreak just sort of sat there and didn't do much, even if we didn't move away from him. And all in all, it was just sort of, there wasn't much that our opponent could do to get through that. I don't think we had the longevity, we had the heals, we had the utility with turncoats holding things in place. So in all, that was a pretty good game. I enjoyed that very much. If you guys did too, please like, comment, subscribe, join us over on Patreon. Anything you do to support the channel is really, really appreciated. Maybe even just donate for a new camera would be much appreciated as well. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.